Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Doxy, and over the years that I've been watching anime, I've heard the same three questions asked so many times. And those questions are, what is the greatest show of all time, who is the greatest main character of all time, and who is the strongest character of all time. Now the first two questions I have an opinion on, but I don't really want to open that can of worms right now. The third one though, I think is a little bit more objective, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Because an amazing channel called TrendMax has basically put together a list that they believe is the top 10 strongest characters of all time, and we're going to watch it and we're going to see if we agree or if we disagree and what thoughts we have overall. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, don't forget to subscribe. As always, leave a like, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. I'm 90% sure I can guess like 7 of the 10 on this list, but rather than speculating, let's just watch it, shall we? Right, let's see what you got. I've seen Gojo already, so this is probably going to be a decent list. There's some Saitama, so maybe. Goku. You know Goku's number 1, by the way. Like, without even looking at this list, you know Goku's number 1. Saiki K? Interesting. Okay, I wouldn't have put him in the top 10, but convince me.
This is Saiki's day-to-day trying to make sure no one discovers his supernatural powers, such as superhuman strength, telepathy, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, teleportation.
He got powers. I don't know if I put him top 10 though.
Such abilities? Well, to help him a bit with that, Saiki wears 2 antennae on his head to limit his enormous power that he's sometimes unable to control. With his strength, he can lift cars, houses, large buildings, and destroy concrete without even getting tired. Oh, and among his great feats, he saved the planet 6 times, without anyone noticing, of course.
Fair.
I'll tell you that he also has mind control and memory alteration abilities. That's how he keeps his friends.
So does Lelouch technically, but maybe he's on this list too.
Known to have major opponents or enemies, Saiki is terrified of cockroaches.
Great.
Yes.
That's a hell of a weakness though, isn't it? Hell of a weakness to have cockroaches. Number 9. Elfen Lied. Okay. Okay.
Bloodthirsty Diclonius that
haven't watched this in years, so I need a reminder.
The great power of Lucy, an enhanced human, lies in her overall Diclonius murderous instincts, mixed with her childhood traumas. Lucy has excellent
naturally
telekinetic abilities, most notably her arm-shaped psychic vectors, with which she shows no mercy when cutting her opponents. She can even use them to sink large land masses.
This is an interesting choice, but I'm not against it.
Not to mention what she did to Nana, another powerful Diclonius. Although she
there's your fingers gone, love.
Compared to others of her own kind, she was able to survive the fight with Mariko in the anime, and by the end of the manga, her vectors could reach enormous ranges with enough
not bad at all.
Destroy a planet.
Not bad at all. Right. Okay, I've not seen Hellsing, so this is completely like against my knowledge.
Vampire in history to fight in this top. Alucard got his huge power after becoming a vampire.
Looks cool.
In addition to
looks
his
very cool.
Acquired after years of research by the Hellsing organization. Among these, the most impressive are superhuman strength and speed. He can walk through solid objects, such as walls, and transform into other creatures. He also has hypnosis and mind control abilities.
There's a lot of mind control so far, isn't there? Oh, soul stealing. Why have I not watched this show? This seems like right up my alley.
As he can come back to life depending on the souls he has stolen. His power is so great that it's contained with 6 seals or levels. When the last seal is released, Alucard can create an army with the thousands of souls he possesses.
Interesting.
This is perhaps the most stylish vampire. His red coat and hat perfectly complemented by his .454 Casul and Jackal.
And he's got guns as well. We like it.
Tearing his enemies apart.
See, I don't know why I've never watched this show, because I like vampires, I like horror, I like kind of psychic powers and psyop stuff like that. So this seems really up my alley, and I just don't know why I've never watched it. Maybe this is my next show, who knows? But that looks really good, actually. Like, I think I've been under a rock too long, because there's a lot of shows on here that I've just not watched or not watched in years, so my memory is extremely hazy. Kaneki? Do we think so? Do we?
Student is attacked by a beautiful ghoul, survives, but has a kidney and other digestive organs transplanted from the same ghoul that attacked him. Crazy. It'll take some time for Ken Kaneki to accept the huge power and superhuman strength he has after becoming a ghoul.
Yeah, he's a whiny prick for like 3 seasons.
Strength. His regeneration ability allows him to heal his body quickly.
Yeah.
With that in his tactical combat, no one can stand up to him. Not even Seido Takizawa or
Yeah, but he is a bit of a wet wipe, though, isn't he? Like, he's not exactly a cool character, really.
Kagune, innate clawed predatory liquid organ, and his kinki, something like a longsword. One of the most monstrous transformations of Kaneki's Kagune
is the
happened
millipede, right?
Koryu,
Yeah.
When he
The Kakuja.
into a naga, resembling a giant
Oh,
centipede, and
no,
attacks
the
everything in
ending.
his path in the city
Okay.
of Tokyo. Pure
Sure.
destruction.
Sure. I wouldn't put him top 10, but he's got power, I guess. Like, I understand the concept, but I just don't know. I don't think he'd be in there for me personally, but maybe I'm a little bit dumb. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Ken, but... And I love Tokyo Ghoul, but not top 10. Definitely not.
Number 6.
7 Deadly Sins. Okay, this one I can see. This I can kind of see.
Sin of pride who has proven to surpass all other sins. At night, Escanor is weak, shy, and admirably humble.
Hell of a moustache, though.
But wait
Hell of a
for the sun
moustache.
to rise and he'll have no problem showing off his huge power and super muscular appearance. His strength has different phases, but at noon, Escanor reaches an enormous power level and takes on a fiery...
It's quite funny looking, though, really, isn't it?
as the One.
Not to be
His
mean to him.
abilities are monstrous strength, sunshine, with which he burns
Sunshine.
and vanishes his enemy as he did in the manga with Israf, the Vampire King. Plus, he also destroyed the kingdom of Edinburgh with this power. Escanor can also create his cruel sun, with which he can melt anything. Besides, he has enhanced speed, an ability he maintains even at night.
This one I can kind of
This
see.
beefy guy isn't just
I can agree
boasting
with this one.
arrogance. You can ask
It's also
Chandler,
something a bit
Kisaki,
different that's not
and
mind
Silver
control,
Demon
so
Indeed,
I'm good with that.
Meliodas himself, another cardinal sin, since they were all defeated by Escanor.
How does it feel to be looked down upon by a human?
What a line. Why am I looking at regular show? Oh,
Number
Naruto,
5.
yeah.
Naruto
Top
is
5? Lower than I thought he'd be. Can't lie.
Diligent Naruto to contain the power of the nine-tailed
I mean, I know what
demon.
Naruto does. He has that weird
Naruto
foxy
has
thing,
chakra
yeah.
levels 4 times greater than those of a high-level ninja.
I can
better
see
endurance,
this one.
Speed and strength,
Immediately.
as well as an incredible regenerative ability. Naruto is excellent in combat. He created the jutsu or wind release, Rasen Shuriken, considered the most powerful in all history. And don't forget his skill to create an army of clones. With his passion and tenacity,
I would say the
he was
clones
able to
take away
become
from
the
him,
seventh
though.
Hokage. Besides, Naruto managed to unlock the 6-path Sage Mode power level with the Nine-Tails Chakra, with which he can maximize his accumulated power.
Hey, it's the Sasuke fight. The only fight I know in all of Naruto.
Is Baryon mode. With the help of Kurama's chakra, he exponentially improves his abilities and affects the chakra of his opponents, though this caused Kurama's death. Still have doubts about Naruto's great potential?
No, I know how strong Naruto is, but I do have an opinion on this one. I know how strong Naruto is. Like, obviously, you'd be a fool to not know that Naruto is a very, very strong character. This is just a me thing, what I'm about to say, but I always have a problem with characters that can clone themselves. Because in my brain, like, I understand the amount of talent it takes to clone yourself into, like, 5 to 10 people. That's very cool. But I'm a big believer that if you were that strong, you wouldn't need to clone yourself. But maybe that's just me being a dumbass. If you're that strong, 1v1 them. Don't make 10 of you. Don't make 6 of you. Don't turn into a fish. Whatever. Just do it via your actual talent. But you guys are going to roast me for that opinion probably because you're all Naruto fans. But I'm not. I'm just giving my opinion. Like, bias aside, I just think shadow cloning is a little bit lazy. But you tell me. Sue me if you think I'm wrong. That's fine. Gojo at number 4 is odd because Gojo's strong. Like, he should be high. He's also very fun. I do like Gojo.
And his 6 eyes ability that regulates his energy consumption and enhances his perception. No one can beat him with his super speed.
I'm sure someone can beat him. Because he wouldn't be 4th if no one could beat him.
Atomic level at will with his limitless technique. His most complex techniques are Infinity.
Yep.
Satoru can create a protective field using Infinity between him and his opponent. With the technique called Maximum
It's also a
Burst
very
Energy
cool
Output,
looking move.
Blue, he creates a center of gravity that can attract all matter, akin to a black hole. Cursed technique Reversal. Red, he creates an extremely powerful force that repels all
Yeah,
matter.
he is quite hard to
Finally,
beat,
his
isn't he?
most powerful and destructive technique. Purple. with which he erases all matter in his path. As a barrier technique, Unlimited Void creates a metaphysical space
that messes with your
to
brain.
receive all kinds of stimuli and information, exploiting their brain. Not literally. Here, you have no escape.
Ooh. So who's the top 3? Goku's 3?
Dragon
Who's
Ball
the
Super,
first 2?
the Saiyan who became Earth's greatest defender.
What?
This diligent and almost obsessive warrior has reached his maximum power after an extreme training. No one masters martial arts like him.
Who are you
As a
putting above
Saiyan,
Goku?
He gains more strength than he had after each fierce fight, which means his ki increases. Thus, he's been seen achieving his most powerful.
Yeah, like he's
transformation,
literally
such as
God.
Super Saiyan God,
And then he's Super Saiyans
Saiyan
the
Blue,
gods.
and the most impressive, his
And then you got
perfect
Ultra Instinct.
form, with
I
which
don't
he
get it.
still
I don't get how you
surpasses, or
can.
at least match, the power of the
Like,
gods of destruction.
I'm baffled by
His
this.
most outstanding victories have been against Frieza in an epic battle on the
Disagree.
planet Namek. He used his Genkidama to defeat someone he recognized as a very powerful rival, Kid Buu. There's also Kefla, who he defeated with his famous Kamehameha right in the face after reaching his Ultra Instinct state. What else will this character be hiding?
Gonna say, I don't think that the Frieza fights are Goku's most impressive, as this guy has rightly said, and that's fine. You can have an opinion, but I would say that his fight against Jiren is a lot more like impressive, or someone like Hit, because Hit can like stop time and do all these things. To beat people like that is a lot more impressive than Frieza, whose only real talent is to shout supernova at people. So maybe that's me, but I disagree with that point. So who's the top 2 then?
Number 2,
Right, Saitama, fair enough.
One
I can
Punch
see that one.
If
Don't know if I
Goku
put him
was
above
obsessed
Goku,
with
but
training,
I
Saitama
can see
pushed
it.
his body to the limit to become a superhero. He lost all his hair, but he did it. Now
He
he's the
did.
human capable of defeating anyone with a single punch. This caped Baldy stands out for his mental and physical endurance. He also has immeasurable
This is a good
strength
show.
and
It's a funny
senses.
show.
He doesn't fly, but uses his strength to leap huge heights and distances. When fighting, he has supernatural agility, immense stamina, and can create after images as striking as his shining head.
Yeah,
But let's
he
talk
can.
about his fist punch. With his serious punch, he countered the Star Cannon attack, which could destroy Earth, and wiped out Boros, a super.
I remember this fight. This
Like
is a
this
brilliant
one,
fight.
Saitama
I
has
enjoyed
had
that fight a
great
lot.
battles. Some enemies were stronger than others, but no one has even been able to hurt him. This character still has a lot to show, and keep in mind he's never been seen using his full power. Number 1.
Okay,
Dragon Ball
okay.
Super.
Yeah,
All
I
powerful
do
being of
agree
the
with
12
this.
universes.
I
If
do
I've
agree
learned
with this.
anything in this world, it's to not be fooled by appearances. This small
No,
character
he
harbors immense
beastly.
power, dominating space and time. Recognized and feared by the gods of destruction, he may not have the fighting techniques you've already seen.
He don't need it. He can click his fingers and
Destroy
planets go
anything as he
boom.
pleases. He can fly using his ki, as well as make anyone disappear with his absolute erase technique.
Exactly.
With which he destroyed 6 of the 18 universes that previously existed.
Just 'cause he
has
fancied it, he was
displayed his
bored.
magnificent power when he completely destroyed Universe 7, to which future Trunks belonged, in order to destroy Zamasu. Oh, and don't make him angry. Otherwise, you'll share the same fate as Frost when he got erased for trying
Oh,
to attack
Frost.
Frieza from the stands.
今度やったら第6宇宙ごと消しちゃうからね
He can't be overpowered in any universe, so no matter how strong Goku himself is, no one can defeat the
Nope,
King of
no
All.
one can touch
Did I
him.
forget any of them?
I would say you did forget someone, because I agree with it to a degree. Like, I agree with the majority of this list quite happily, and I'm not going to argue with it. But I don't think Kaneki hits a top 10 strongest characters of all time. I was going to say Saiki K doesn't, but Saiki deserves to be in there more than Ken does. Because as much as Ken, yes, he's powerful, he doesn't hit the levels of everyone else on the list, in my personal opinion, and that's coming from a Tokyo Ghoul fan. Someone I would put in there, and it's a bit of a wild card choice, is someone like Sailor Moon. Because if you've ever actually sat and watched Sailor Moon, she pulls out some wild stuff in that show. Like, she can bend universes and all that nonsense. And the fact that the past, 15, 20 years, there's been this whole argument, who would win, Sailor Moon or Goku? And if she's in that category, then she has to be in a top 10 list, just being brutally honest. But what surprised me the most was a distinct lack of Luffy or Giorno or Mob, for example, because they're vastly powerful characters that I think probably could make it in on this list over someone like Saiki and definitely Ken Kaneki. So I disagree a little bit, but like overall it's a pretty good list. I said before I could probably guess 7 of them, and I did, and I feel stupid for not putting Zeno at number 1 originally, because Zeno is literally like god of gods, so I can't really argue with that. Don't know how I feel about Saitama above Goku, and I know the argument would be that you've never seen his full power and no one can really hurt him, and Goku's like died like 50 million times. I get that, but I do think Goku might edge it, but again, without seeing Saitama's full power, it is a little bit of a toss-up, and I'd like to see him fight at some point, just to see what would happen, but maybe that's a me thing. But that's all I've got for you guys today, so I hope you all enjoyed it. I've got something very, very big coming soon, which I hope you enjoy even more, but until that time, I've been Doxy, you've been amazing, I'll see you soon, peace out.